Hey everyone, did you know that over 70% of digital pianos sold today are bought by people who don't actually play piano professionally? That's right, most of us just want something that sounds great, looks good in the living room, and doesn't cost a fortune. And if that sounds like you, I've got something worth checking out. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I recently got my hands on the Korg C1 88 Key Digital Piano in Rosewood Brown, and honestly, it's one of those instruments that makes you forget you're playing a digital piano at all. The first thing that stood out was how seriously good it looks. Most digital pianos try to mimic the look of a grand piano, but they end up looking like plastic knockoffs. Not this one. The rosewood finish is rich, the build feels solid, and it actually looks like a piece of furniture you'd want in your home, not just an instrument shoved in the corner. Now, let's talk sound. The C1 comes with 30 high-quality instrument sounds, including grand pianos, electric pianos, organs, and strings. But here's the thing, it's not just about the number of sounds. It's about how they're voiced. The concert grand piano sound is sampled from a real 9-foot Steinway, and when you play it through the built-in speaker system, it fills a room surprisingly well. I tested it in my living room with the doors open, and my neighbor actually stopped by to ask what kind of piano I got. That's how good it sounds. Another thing I love is the key action. It's got Korg's natural weighted hammer action 88 keys, which means the keys feel like a real piano. No springy, plasticky resistance, just smooth, weighted keys that respond the way your fingers expect them to. If you're coming from an acoustic piano, this is a huge deal. If you're just starting out, it's a great way to train your fingers properly without realizing you're learning on a digital instrument. The speaker system is also worth mentioning. It's got two 16-watt speakers with a bass reflex design, so the low end actually has some punch. I've played on digital pianos where the bass just disappears into the background, but the C1 keeps everything balanced. It's not going to replace a full PA system for a band, but for practicing, recording demos, or just playing for fun, it's more than enough. One feature I didn't expect to use much but ended up loving is the built-in metronome and recording function. The metronome is super handy for practicing scales or working on timing, and the recording function lets you capture your playing right there on the piano. No need for a separate audio interface or software, just hit record, play, and you've got a WAV file ready to share or review later. It's those little things that make a big difference in day-to-day use. Now, I should mention a couple of things that might not be perfect for everyone. First, the C1 is a bit on the heavier side, around 88 pounds. If you're planning to move it around a lot, it's not exactly portable. It's built like a piece of furniture, so it's meant to stay put. Second, while the 30 sounds are great, they're not endless. If you're someone who loves tweaking every little parameter or layering sounds, you might find the selection a bit limited. But honestly, for most people, the included sounds cover everything you'd need for practice, performance, or just messing around. All in all, the Korg C1 Rosewood Brown Bundle is a fantastic digital piano for anyone who wants the feel and sound of a real piano without the bulk and price of an acoustic. It's stylish, it sounds great, and it's built to last. Whether you're a beginner, an intermediate player, or just someone who enjoys playing now and then, this piano delivers. If you're curious about the specs or want to see today's price, check out the link in the description. It's a solid investment for anyone serious about playing piano at home. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.